Welcome to Sandwich Reviews. I'm the Talking Sentient Sandwich, and I've always preferred to go into movies blind. When it comes to superhero movies, that's almost impossible. Whether it comes down to set leaks, story leaks, or just reading the source material, it's not hard to learn everything you want to about a movie before it comes out. And then there's trailers. Nowadays, trailers can spoil almost everything in a movie. From being able to guess the structure to revealing how entire action set pieces will play out, a trailer doesn't have to do much to give away plenty of aspects of its story. For example, when I see a really cool shot in a trailer, I tend to remember that shot. Then, later on when I go to see the movie, even if it's subconscious, I think about when that shot is going to come up. Often, it ruins the experience for me. Which sucks, because I absolutely love trailers. Sometimes I enjoy watching them more than movies themselves. The live-action Mulan trailer is, and always will be, a cinematic triumph to me, but that has nothing to do with the actual film, because the movie is not great. From a slowed-down epic version of a memorable pop song to an Inception, I will never get enough cool preview edits of movies with incredible imagery. As aware as I am that every few years the fad behind every trailer changes, like I mentioned before with the Inception, but I just don't care, simply because more often than not, it's going to lead to a fun trailer. But every time a movie comes out, I have a clash of consciousness with whether I should watch each trailer or not. I eagerly await every new preview and piece of advertisement for a new superhero flick, yet I would prefer to go into it without knowing anything. Famously, Sony has a knack for showing way too much in their trailers, specifically for Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 showed practically everything about it, going as far as to reveal the final shot of the movie, and they did a similar thing for Homecoming, continuously releasing trailer after trailer that spoiled more than the last. Most recently, the entire marketing strategy for Across the Spider-Verse was to heavily push Miguel and his Spider Society, but that movie would have worked much better if we didn't know anything about them, though the marketing can't take away the fact that that movie is a masterpiece. Isolated studios may be going further than others, but there still seems to be a real trend towards spoon-feeding the audience into buying a ticket to the theater. In the same style as the growing need for instant gratification, short teasers have been placed at the front of every trailer, as if the people who made it don't trust the spectators to be able to focus on something for more than 3 seconds. At the start of the Transformers Rise of the Beasts trailer, you see a fantastic clip of someone jumping out of a car as it transforms, but that's only to let the audience know that it's a Transformers movie before the trailer is allowed to reveal it organically. By the way, that trailer is amazing. There are a lot of trailers that I rewatch years after they came out just because they still give me goosebumps, and Rise of the Beast is definitely on that list. Nobody watched that movie, so I assume you haven't seen it, but trust me, it's fun. However, like all action trailers, it gives away the last act fight, and plenty of other genuinely cool moments. Production companies and studios don't have faith in moviegoers to choose which movies they want to go to. It's not just pre-teasers either. Sometimes there are trailers for trailers and announcements for when an announcement is coming. Thanks to the quick news cycle, it's come and gone at this point, but the Invincible Season 2 Part 2 date announcement was announced a week before then by their official page. Just give us the date. What's with all this runaround? I understand wanting to generate excitement for an upcoming property. I just wish there was a better method to what we have now, because it seems like we're only going further into spoiler culture. There are exceptions, but the most popular example that I can think of is the lead up to Avengers Endgame. Most of its marketing only released trailers that revealed the first 20 minutes of screen time. That might have been because Marvel knew they had a billion-dollar movie on their hands no matter what they did, but it still is the best campaign for a movie I've seen by far. That amount of reverence for keeping the story secret needs to be put into every trailer. And while I wish that could be the case, I doubt that's possible. I could get on my knees and beg, but that won't change studios' mistrust in audiences. A part of me wants to never watch a trailer again, live in blissful ignorance and have a better time at the theater because of it. Simple story beats like Hulk being in Thor Ragnarok and the T-800 being on the good side in T2 could have been massive reveals if that information hadn't already been released. However, I don't want to live in a world without trailers. Like I mentioned before, I love them. Personally, I need trailers. So how about rather than full-on 3-minute previews, we just get teasers like the Avengers Endgame trailers were? 1, maybe 2 teasers giving the overall vibe of a movie is necessary and should be made, but that's it. That should be the only information that moviegoers need before deciding what movie to pay for. For me, even less information is required. As long as I know and have confidence in the people behind the camera and those writing the pages of the script, I will unquestionably pay money for that movie. I've never loved animatics, but maybe there's a way to use them too. Animate something slightly above storyboards and release that. I know they're objectively worse when compared to actual trailers, but that way, once we see the finished product on the big screen, we're seeing it for the first time fully realized. But what's your opinion on trailers? Do you love them? Hate them? Don't care? Preferably, we can have one of the middle options that I brought up, but comment below which world you would rather live in. A world with amazing trailers that inherently spoil the movies they advertise? Or a world with no trailers at all, with full trust that the audience will come for movies they're interested in? Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and enjoy a delicious sandwich.